Good afternoon. How are we doing? How was dodgeball? Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right, so here's what we're going to do. First of all, anytime we're in here, and we've had this conversation, anytime we're in here, okay, we're going to be respectful of the people that get up on this stage and they speak, okay? So you're going to have some teachers come up here and other staff members come up here, and we're going to recognize students for some of their hard work this year, all right? Not everybody's going to be called up here, and that's perfectly fine, all right? If you don't get called up here, that doesn't mean you didn't work hard this year. It doesn't mean you didn't achieve some things this year. But what we are going to do is every one of us is going to be respectful. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to take our phones out and we're going to turn them off, or we're going to silence them. Okay, I should not see anybody on a cell phone. I should not hear a cell phone. So let's go ahead and take care of that right now. Okay, the next thing, as people get called up to the stage, in order to hear names, we want to make sure that we're not talking out there amongst ourselves, all right? There's going to be some of these where we may call up a lot of kids just one after another. What I would ask you to do is hold your applause until the last student is called up here for that given award or by that teacher, okay? After that, you are welcome to clap. You can applaud those students that are up here, okay? But regardless, we're going to be respectful. Anybody have a question with that? Didn't think so. All right, so 1 day left. We planned that. We planned that as a warning, all right? So let's make sure our phones are turned off. All right. Hey, we have 1 day left, guys. You know what, Juke? Some of us are saying that too. Okay? So here's what I expect between today and tomorrow is we're going to finish strong. Okay? We're going to finish strong. School is not over yet. It's not over until tomorrow at 2:45, and we expect your best effort until then. All right? Okay. So at this time, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Mr. Seal, and we're going to start our awards program.
All right, so I'm going to do the band and the choir award. As Mr. McCann said, we can't recognize everybody, but we're going to at least recognize, at least for those two classes, one of each. So for the band award, this student's done a great job in being responsible. They were also very helpful in making sure that their group was good to go. Rehearsals went really well. And so for this year, the band award goes to Eleanor Hernandez. Go back to your seat. And now for the choir award, another good, strong leader within the group. And this year's recipient is Sally Matute. Sally Matute. And the next teacher up is Mrs. Jackson.
All right, we have a number of students that have worked really hard this year in science and have received A's all 4 or 9 weeks. And those are the ones that are going to be honored today because of their very hard work. So when I call your name, please come up and get these for the 7th grade. And I'd like you to line up along the front here. First one is Clayton Andrews. Okay, let's go through the whole thing before we clap here. Clayton Andrews, Tessa Bontrager, Logan Collins, Jackson Faulkner, there you go. There you go, Tessa. Caitlin Frick, Savannah Holly, Brady Heckerman. Good job, guys. Sophie Howell. Good job. Max Johnson. You're welcome. Levi McFarland. Brady Nifong. Good job. Congratulations. Congratulations. Allison Osiagera. Willa Reichert. Gracie Riffle. Chloe Roberts, congratulations. Congratulations. Ernest Schwartz, congrats. Cheyenne Shields, Mason Stevens, Jamison Swanson, McKinney Yarbrough, congratulations. These are our 7th graders that have worked really hard this year, and I'd like you to give them a round of applause. Okay, you guys will go out that way. All right. All right, for the next group, these are the 8th graders that have worked really hard this year, that have received A's and have gone above and beyond. Okay, let's be respectful, guys. For the 8th grade, we have Jillian Bulis, Hosanna Chupp, congratulations, congratulations, Emma Cook, Juliana Firestone, congratulations, Sydney Heckerman, Brooke Kitch, Colton Large, good job, good job, Lydia Long, and Max Richardson. All right, please give these guys a round of applause here. And then every year for the junior high, we pick out our one person that has gone above and beyond, and this is the outstanding science, outstanding junior high science student, and this year that is Colton Large. Congratulations to all of you, and good job this year. Thank you. We're going out on the end there. All right, next up is Mr. Groves for the English department.
Okay, I will be presenting for Mrs. Schaefer, 7th grade and 8th grade. We're going to start with the 7th grade. This is the certificate of commendation for 7th grade English, and this just goes to people who received an A each 9 weeks in 7th grade English. And they are, again, hold your applause to the end, Tessa Bontrager, Logan Collins, Jackson Faulkner, Savannah Hawley, Sophie Howell, Max Johnson, Levi McFarland, Braden Nifong, Willa Reichert, Gracie Riffle, Ernie Swartz, Cheyenne Shields, and Mason Stevens. Did I say Mason Stevens? Is Mason here today? No? Okay. All right. Also, there is one award for the outstanding junior high 7th grade English student, and this was just based on pure scores, percentages for each 9 weeks. So whoever had the highest score for total, and this one goes to Brady Heckeman. All right, give them one last round of applause. Nice job, guys. All right. Okay. For the 8th grade certificate of commendation for 8th grade English, this goes to anybody who got an A each 9 weeks in English. Jillian Bulis, Hosanna Chupp, Emma Cook, Zoe Gonzalez, Sydney Heckeman, Colton Large, Lydia Long, and Chloe McKinney. Okay, now for the outstanding 8th grade English student, again, this just went by percentage. I think this person had 99.02% and won by like 0.6%, I think, over the next person, and that goes to Colton Large. Okay, give them one last round of applause. Good job, guys. All right, next, Mr. Elliott will be presenting the math awards.
All right, so math was broken up a little bit differently. We have Mathematics 7 with me, Mathematics 8 with me. I'm also presenting for Mrs. Stichter in her pre-algebra class and Mrs. Orlowski in her Algebra 1 class. And then out of all of those classes, there is one award for Best Junior High Mathematics Student. Okay, so we'll start with Math 7. We're going to go quick, so come get your award or certificate from Mr. Groves. So excellence in Math 7 with me, Clayton Andrews, Caitlin Frick, Tatum Hudson, Jason Miller, Tristan Mitchell, Charlie Worsham. Yeah, stay for a picture. Good job. Excellence in 8th grade mathematics, Caden Bradley, Alyssa Bruner, Braden Gunnels, Kailson Smith. Good job, guys. Congratulations. Good job. Excellence in 7th grade pre-algebra, Tessa Bontrager, Brady Heckerman, Max Johnson, Levi McFarland, Braden Nifong, Ernest Schwartz, Jamison Swanson. Sorry, Ernest. I got going too fast. Congratulations. Good job. Excellence in 8th grade Algebra 1, Jillian Buells, Emma Cook, Buellis, is that right? Sorry. Emma, Lydia Hammond, Brooke Kitch, Colton Large, Lydia Long. Congratulations. Good job. Colton, big surprise, come back up here. Outstanding junior high math student, Colton Large. Good job.
I think, is this it? Is this his?
Add it to your collection. Phys Ed is next with Mr. Shorey.
All right. Let's go over these expectations again. Hey, some of you looking at me laughing right now, you think it's funny? I do not think this is funny. Quite a few of you are sitting out there and, in my opinion, just being very disrespectful. You have a staff member up here talking, and you guys are talking over them. Blaze, you think that's funny? Then knock the smile off your face. Get your feet off the back of the chairs. Take the earbuds AirPods, whatever they are, out of your ears. One problem we've had this year is respect among these 7th and 8th grade classes. It is not that hard to sit in here and show a little bit of respect for somebody coming up here. We're not going to be in here that long. So we're going to try this again. When somebody's up here, I don't want to hear you talking at all. When they're done reading names, I'm okay if you clap. I have no problems with that. I have no problems with you cheering for your friends that are getting called up here. They should be recognized. But I think we can also do it in a respectful manner. So we're going to hit the reset button and we're going to start over here. All right? So Mr. Shore's going to come up here and we're going to do this better this time. Let's go.
Okay, I have 4 awards today. What we're going to do is the male and female PE Student of the Year for both 7th and 8th grade. How we base this is off of attitude, effort, and sportsmanship. So the 7th grade PE Female of the Year is Sophie Howe. And the 7th grade Male PE Student of the Year is Max Johnson. Okay, next will be 8th grade, and the 8th grade PE Student of the Year, the female this year is Emma Cook. And the male 8th grade PE Student of the Year is Alton McMullen. You can give him another round of applause if you'd like. You guys are good. And presenting next will be Mr. Williams with Social Studies.
Yeah, Mr. Will.
All right, so we'll do the 7th grade first. So the criteria for this is in order to achieve the award for Social Studies Department, you have to have a 100 in at least 3 of the 9 weeks. And so for 7th grade, I'll call them all off. Just come up, see me, get your certificate, and line up over there. Clayton Andrews. Tessa Bontrager. Jackson Faulkner. Caitlin Frick. Savannah Hawley. Brady Heckerman. Sophie Howe. Max Johnson. Levi McFarland. Braden Nifong. Willow Reichert. Gracie Riffle. Chloe Roberts. Ernie Schwartz. Cheyenne Shields. And McKenna Yarborough. Give them a round of applause. All right, for 8th grade, it's the same criteria. First one is Alyssa Bruner. Emma Cook. Ryder Gayhart. I think Ryder's taking a test still. And Colton Large. All right, I want to say a couple things about the overall social studies student. So this was the first group. You 8th graders are the first group that I had for 2 full years. This individual had an average, and I had Mrs. Stetzel go back and look at last year's grades. She had an average of 101.2% in my class the entire time she's been in it. She's never missed a single assignment, and she's gotten almost every single extra credit that I've put out there. And so the most outstanding student is Emma Cook. Give him another round of applause. And I am followed by Mr. Schaefer.
All right. I'm also going to be up here for Spanish for Mrs. Haynes right after this. So I've got 2 subjects myself. First, we're going to start with computer science. I know I see a lot of you at some point during the rotation of that course. And this year, of course, we were working on a game project, which was ironic because I had to tell so many of you to get off of games to try to code a game. And so as I thought about who to select for this, it wasn't necessarily just on the final project, but also just work ethic throughout the year and participation in class. So I've got a handful of Excellence in Computer Science awards to hand out here, and we're going to just rally them off here. Jaden Bresky, Tessa Bontrager, Logan Collins, Brady Heckerman, Alton McMullen, and Willow Reichert. Good. All right, and we'll keep them around here since it's computer science related. I also did a couple most improved computer science, and it might sound kind of like a funny award, something you think more maybe with athletics, but I think this is a course that's not built for everybody, and sometimes I have people come in the room with a certain attitude, energy towards the course, and I just felt these couple students maybe felt one way and ended the 9 weeks very strong, and showed a lot of growth, whether it just be the skills of computer science or at least the attitude and participation towards it. So those two students are Jaden Whitaker and Braden Nifong. Come on up. All right, you're all good. Good job. Thank you. I'm also going to be giving out just a couple junior high math awards as well with the two courses that I teach there, starting with Math 7. These two just to recognize excellence in the classroom. Again, just a lot of participation during class and, of course, scoring well typically and having higher scores and good grades, but not just that, but again, just the attitude and participation, always being willing to be a part of the group and help out. So the two I'd like to recognize are Diana Eicher and Jared Gould. And we are going to recognize one 8th grader as well for Math 8, same as kind of 7th grade as far as the criteria goes. Just kind of set himself out there this year, especially from what I'm understanding from previous years. Just a ton of growth this year, and that goes to Hunter Arvison. Excellence in math, Hunter Arvison. And the math students, good job, good job. All right, I'm also going to be giving out Spanish awards, but I'll do it in English because I know nothing about Spanish. But Mrs. Haynes, I believe, is giving an exam right now. In fact, could I have one of you maybe pass? There's a pretty good stack here, and I think I know most of them, but just in case here. So this is going to be a certificate of language proficiency in junior high Spanish 1. And we got quite a list here. So Julian Bulis, Alyssa Bruner, Hosanna Chupp, Emma Cook, Juliana Firestone, Zoe Gonzalez, Lydia Hammond, Sydney Heckman, Brooke Kitch, Colton Large, Sally Matute, Alton McMullen, and Max Richardson. As they're coming up, I'm going to read something on behalf of Mrs. Haynes as well in regards to outstanding junior high Spanish student. So this year, the outstanding student for Spanish is new to Triton. They were chosen based on showing excellent work ethic and participation during Spanish. I'm proud to say I know this student will continue to grow their command of the target language. And this year's junior high outstanding Spanish student is, come back up, Alton McMullen. Sorry, come on back up. I thought that was a typo, but that's okay. I read it anyway. I don't know if you were that Jew, but that's all right. It's Spanish 1, man. It's Spanish 1. All right, I think I'm done up here. I'm going to introduce the Mr. Yarbrough. Come on up, Mr. Yarbrough. Where's he at? There he is. He's blending in as a student.
So we did A and then AB. Where's this? In that text. Right there. And then Blake didn't give out these, so I'll give them out.
Ashley and Sheriff Nate's got them, so I don't need to worry about them.
Nate's doing those ones.
Okay.
All right, before I go ahead and go over honor roll, I just want to kind of make a couple statements real quick. Today, we tried to break up some of this exam time for you for courses where you don't have an exam, so you don't have to sit in the classroom for 2 hours for only 3 classes today. We tried to give you a fun opportunity through this little dodgeball tournament today. Tomorrow, we have some ice cream and other activities planned. But it's really disappointing that when we go through planning those tasks, we try to make things fun, that then we come in here, and it should be a time of celebration for the hard work you guys have put in for all school year, and that some people choose to take this as a goof-off time. I'm going to read the honor roll for 7th and 8th grade. And I truly believe that we can have more names on this list next year if we take things seriously, if we turn our work in, if we give the effort. I truly believe you guys are all capable of getting good grades. I think we're all capable of behaving to a certain level. And I would love to see that because we're trying to give you fun activities and make these days fun. But we need you guys to do your part. So let's make sure as we get towards the end, we meet that Triton standard, that standard of excellence that we're going to recognize right now as we go through the honor roll for 7th and 8th grade. So I'm going to start by calling the all A honor roll for 7th grade, then I'll call the all AB honor roll. You'll stand up here just for both groups, go all the way to the end, and then we'll dismiss you. So 7th grade, all A honor roll. That means they had an A on every report card for every class for the entire school year. So the first 3 report cards, they had an A in every class. Here we go with this list. Hold your applause to the end, please. Tessa Bontrager, Jackson Faulkner, Savannah Hawley, Brady Heckerman, Sophie Howell, Max Johnson, Levi McFarland, Braden Nifong, Gracie Riffle, Ernest Schwartz, Cheyenne Shields. Go ahead and clap. We are now going to recognize the 7th grade AB honor roll. These students, again, had an A or B in every course, on every report card for this entire school year for the first 3 quarters. Clayton Andrews, Logan Collins, Caitlin Frick, Jared Gould, Tatum Hudson, Tristan Mitchell, Willow Reichert, Chloe Roberts, David Rao, Logan Stated, Mason Stevens, Charlie Warsham, McKenna Yarbrough. At this time, we're going to recognize the 7th grade. Go ahead, give them applause as they head down. Good job, 7th grade AB honor roll. All right, now we are going to recognize the 8th grade all A honor roll. Again, you've heard the criteria for all A honor roll. Let's recognize these students at this time. Jillian Bulis, Emma Cook, Sydney Heckerman, Colton Large, Lydia Long. Good job, all A honor roll. We're now going to recognize the AB honor roll for the 8th grade class. Hunter Arvison, Caden Bradley, Peyton Cook, Juliana Firestone, Ryder Gayhart, Zoe Gonzalez, Lydia Hammond, Brooke Kitch, Alton McMullen, Max Richardson, Kalston Smith. Braden. One last round of applause for the AB honor roll for the 8th grade class. At this time, we are going to award our DAR awards. That is the Daughters of the American Revolution. So we are going to go ahead and recognize these two individuals. So the first is Jillian Bulis. Come on up, Jillian. Give her a round of applause. And the second is Colton Large.
Okay, here in just a moment, we're going to dismiss back to 6th hour. But before we do that, if you received a medal today, or if you were on the A honor roll or AB honor roll, we are going to need you to stick around and we're going to get pictures, okay? Before we take off, Mr. Yarbrough made some comments earlier, and I think it's important to kind of follow up on that. Like I said, not everybody was going to get called up here today, and that's fine. All right? I don't expect everybody to get A's. Okay? One thing everybody in here is capable of doing is just doing your absolute best. All right? In your class is doing your absolute best. You don't have to be the top student to work hard. You don't have to be the top student to turn in your assignments. All right, everybody in here, I believe, is capable of passing every single class that you take if you're willing to do your best. So next year, it's kind of hard to make that change now, but for next year, you have that opportunity, and I hope that some of you decide to make that change. I hope so. All right, so like I said, if you were on the honor roll, A honor roll or AB honor roll, stick around. If you had a medal, stick around. But right now we are quietly going to go back to our 6th hour.